and gentlemen, welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War. Today we are actually going back in time to the, well, not really go back in time, we are going to the Crusaders DLC. Today we're going to have a pretty good one, a custom battle here of a historical matchup between the awesome Byzantine Empire and the Turkish, or the Turks as it's called in the games. It should be a really fun match, pretty quick match, but it's a very fair, even fight here. Let's get right on into it. Let's turn that on one. So basically on the left here, we have the Byzantine, or the Byzantine Empire, one of the coolest empires in history, the iconic purple uniforms. They're going to be doing the more aggressive attack today, and the defenders on the battlefield will be the Turkish. They have a nice little position here, two trebuchets, actually two trebuchets on both sides. The Turks are going to be very condensed here. They're going to try to play defensively, which is always a good tactic in medieval. So we're going to hold their ground while the Byzantines go ahead and set up a position here. Looks like we've got the infantry in the front here, the dismounted Latin Khan, the heavy infantry. Very good unit in this game. Also, look at the armor. The armor is so cool. Really cool detail, the different helmets, always like that. But in the middle, they have the archers, the Byzantine archers, and some reservist infantry in the back, followed by cavalry on the flanks, and trebuchets, pretty standard offensive formation. Just like the Byzantine guys, he's going to move up slowly here, try to get a bit closer to the Turkish line. Probably use the archers is my guess, maybe get the trebuchets to forcefully spread out the Turks. Looking here at the Turkish line once again, it's more defensive. We're consolidate here. Janissary archers, these are some of the best archers in the game. They're going to be the front row, try to get the range. The Sacrian militia, very good spearmen. Really good spearmen actually, and the halberd militia, of course. But here's what's interesting. He's moving his trebuchets pretty close here. It's not really the best ploy. Just got cavalry right in the back. I'm not sure how that feels, but it looks like his troops are a lot less. I promise you, they're actually even. In fact, the Turkish might have more units than the Byzantine. So, just stay in there. Just trust me on that. There's more here than what looks. The Byzantine are slowly moving up, just kind of inching up, try and get the good taste of the battle here. Let's get a nice little view of the really cool looking. Yeah, the shields are so cool. The Byzantine Empire had such cool uniforms. And there's going to be inching up, testing the waters. There we go. The first trebuchet rounds of the game have fired. That's going to be a very vital role, especially in the defensive movements. We got two trebuchets in a horrible position. I don't know what they're doing with this, but we're going to watch regardless.
Units, move on.
Okay, looks like they're going to move it. Getting a little smarter now. Archers going to move close back. Okay, looks like the whole army's going to move up. My goodness. This is a mass Turkish migration. So now the Byzantine are going to probably stop. Yep, they're stopping pretty much right in their tracks here. They got the infantry set up here. And they're just going to keep the line here. Archers now firing their first volleys. Let's see how much damage that one does. Ooh, nice hits right here on the archers. Pretty smart targeting the pretty low, lightly armored Janissary archers because they do pack a punch. But now you're starting to see more of that troops and militia just kind of not really organized. Not a good look here from above. In fact, this is a horrible look from above. And here comes some flame arrows. Ooh, very, very deadly. That killed a lot of archers just now. Oh, there we go. Here's some trebuchet rounds. One hit. Looks like that one might go. Oh, just over the Byzantine line. Look how organized the Byzantines are. Some more arrows coming in. So but the Turkish are now finally starting to organize their units. I haven't really seen the Janissaries fire. I think they actually might be outrange. Ooh, where's this going to go? Oh, towards the general. Here comes the Byzantine offensive line. And the Turks once again just. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh. Oh, man, that did a lot of damage. Trebuchets are really, really good. And now the Byzantine trebuchets are firing. Kind of a middle part of view of the battle here. Man, these Janissaries get messed violently. Now they're firing back. Are they going to go for the infantry or the archers? Like the archers. But here come the Byzantine. They are marching in unison and they look awesome. Nice trebuchet hits. Did not look like it did too much damage. But a very cinematic duel now. Or standoff, I should say. Ooh, so they hit some line there. I think that one just missed. Where's this gonna go? Oh! This dude is so lucky. Oh, they're getting close. But look, the Byzantine are inching closer. Still, he's got the Janissary archers in the front. You want to move these guys right about now. Get the infantry, get the spearmen up there. Oh, nice hit right there, the trebuchet. They're just trying to take out these archers, which honestly isn't a terrible idea. Especially considering the Byzantine are kind of playing a little bit hesitant. In fact, yeah, look how many. Yeah, actually, you know what? The Turks are taking a lot of these archers out. And now they're going to start moving the reserves and the archers closer. I'm expecting to see a push here very, very soon. In fact, he might be trying to envelop the Turkish line here. Moving some cavalry and infantry to the side. Yeah, looks like an envelopment might be what he's doing, which is not actually a bad tactic. God, these Turkish are just undecisive. Another crazy, very, very undecisive here. And I don't know what's going on with this. Oh no. Well, both the archers have been. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. This actually is not a horrible idea. He wants to spread out though, because that trebuchet is going to start hitting some really good shots here. But he has a decent line here, with the halberds at least. More shots than Janissary archers. And that's going to really hinder their defensive capabilities here. But here goes. Here comes the Byzantine are now marching forward. Artillery in the distance. It looks like they might be charging. Maybe. Yes, this looks like a charge. It is a charge. Look, cavalry hitting the flanks. It is envelopment. Here we go. The first cav charge of the battle. Oh yeah, put those lancers down right into the. Oh, good charge right there in the flank. We got another one here. So yeah, they pincered both sides with cavalry. Now the infantry's gonna move in. This is a good little attack right here. Right into the halberd line, and they clash. And this is going to be a very, very rough one here. See, the halberds, they do so much, and the range is what's so good about them. But the Byzantine armor is really good, and the shields are great, so let's see how this goes. It looks like the halberds are crushing the Byzantines right now. How's the flank looking, though? Oh, it's not too bad for the Turks. Oh, friendly fire from the Byzantine. You can't have that happen. But nice little archer volley there from the Byzantine. See the reserves in the back? Look how many reserves are still completely untouched in the Byzantine.
The enemy general lies dead.
Whoa,
good riddance to that desert
that
dog.
Is huge.
Pray his
okay, I
death
didn't even
will
notice
break
that.
his immense resolve.
Look, okay, so some Byzantine cavalry flanked around and just killed the general. That is so unfortunate for the Byzantine player. It's kind of unfortunate. That's just. That's why you gotta protect him, man. You always gotta protect your general. Oh, that archer fire is deadly. Look at this. Oh. But look how many the Byzantine have lost. Or the Byzantine have really got messed up here. But this cavalry unit back here. Oh, never mind. This is a whole. They got around. The Byzantines have encircled the Turks. This is kind of insane. Look at this. They're pinned down here in the center because that cav. Oh, this is a really good, nice tactic here. But yeah, this Turkish cavalry should get rid of that threat. But that was a really nice little move. And now look, now the reserves are going to start moving in to help out the first wave, which the Turks looks like they did kind of hold off the first wave. At least from the looks of it right now. The line here is not the most. Oh, nice shot in the trebuchet right there. That's going to hurt the Turks. Looks like the cavalry is just doing their best to hold back this infantry, which they are successfully doing so. And they're putting this force on this right flank here. But it looks like the Turks aren't doing that bad of a job holding them off. It's all about the reserves. Can they hold off that reserve line that's about to start coming around? See, look, now they're coming to the flanks. Yeah. See, look, they're going for this flanks right here. Look at here. They're trying to completely envelop this Turkish line. Pretty smart tactic here. And look at the unorganization in the Turks. They're losing it. And that archer fire is really messy. We got some breaks here in the Turkish lines. Their flanks are surrounded. Of course they're going to break. Yeah, look. They're completely enveloped. This is a disaster in defensive. A defensive disaster here for the Turks. Oh no, hey, another trebuchet. But look, here comes the Byzantine charge in the flanks. And it looks like there is a complete double envelopment by the Byzantine. We don't see that pretty often, but it's an incredible tactic when it's used right, and it looks like...
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and
look,
wholehearted,
yeah, the Turkish are now in
victory
a
will be
mass rout.
ours.
That is what a double envelopment can do. It can change the tide of a battle. Really well played here, the Byzantine. I mean, it's just kind of hard to see.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
That insult to injury, another Byzantine heavy cavalry charge. Going straight mopping up this Turkish cab, which they are doing well. And look, it's a mass rout now on the Turks. They got some halberds still here, but there's just Byzantine everywhere. There's purple just all around. I mean, it's chaos now. This is what happens. I mean, you can be outnumbered, but if you get enveloped on both sides, it feels like the enemy is so much larger than they really are, and
the battle
that
is
usually
in
does
our
cause a mass
favor.
rout.
If we remain true and wholehearted,
The Turks are just
victory will be
completely
ours.
routing the battlefield. What a victory here by the Byzantine. This is awesome. Really good offensive tactics here. Honestly, the defensive tactics were kind of all over the place. It did inflict some nice casualties, though, on the Byzantine. A lot of purple on the ground, but their flanks were not protected. And that's usually why cavalry protect the flanks. Otherwise, envelopments just ruin you, especially in a flat situation like this. The Byzantine are just not going to be mopping up the retreating guys. And
Thank
there we
God
go.
in heaven. We are victorious.
Okay,
Our soldiers have fought and died well today.
Let's ignore that guy. But here's the final battle here. So, actually, kind of crazy. The Turks outnumbered the Byzantine by about 120 men, looks like, and were in defensive positions with the same amount of artillery and archers as the Byzantine. But superior tactics always wins. Look at this number. Almost twice the men lost, and the men remaining pretty much twice as again in favor. While I wanted you to notice something here, the enemy's kill tab is very interesting. It's actually quite close. The Turkish rout is really what kind of amplifies that number. But yeah, no, that's just what a double envelopment is amazing tactic, and it just goes proofs how good it is. So I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a medieval 2 battle. This is a fun one. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. If we get that by the end, I don't know, what, 2 or 3 months? That would be insane. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye, guys.